If you're renting in Canada right now, you're probably paying more than you think, because landlords have found sneaky ways to raise your rent without calling it a rent increase. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how these hidden rent hikes work, why they hit renters so hard, and what you can do to protect your wallet. Number 1. Above guideline increases. Here's the trick. In provinces like Ontario, rent control limits how much your landlord can raise rent each year, usually around 2%. But landlords can apply for something called an above guideline increase. They argue they need more money for major repairs, like replacing the roof or upgrading plumbing. And the kicker? Once your rent goes up under this rule, it never comes back down, even after the repairs are done. So you think you're protected under rent control, but these exceptions eat away at your budget month after month. Number 2. New buildings dodge rent control. Most Canadians don't realize this. If your building was first occupied after 2018 in Ontario or after 2019 in BC, it's exempt from rent control. That means your landlord can raise rent by any amount once your lease is up. I've heard stories of tenants in Toronto facing hikes of 300, 400, even 600 in a single year, completely legal. Developers lobbied for this to encourage construction. But for renters, it's a trap. You move into a brand new condo thinking you've locked in stability, only to get priced out a year later. Number 3. Extra fees disguised as services. Landlords have gotten creative. Instead of raising the rent, they tack on fees for things that used to be included. Want parking? That's another $150. Storage locker? $50. Air conditioning in the summer? Suddenly that's a premium. Even utilities get marked up when landlords install separate meters. These aren't technically rent increases, but they drain your monthly budget just the same. And because they're not labeled rent, they don't fall under provincial rent control rules. Number 4. Renovictions. This one's brutal. A landlord claims they need to do major renovations, tells tenants they have to leave, and once the unit's empty, it magically goes back on the market at double the price. Technically, tenants have the right to move back in after the repairs at the old rent, but in reality, most never return. Either the renovations drag on forever, or the landlord forgets to notify them. It's a legal loophole that's been used from Vancouver to Halifax, and it's one of the biggest drivers of sudden rent spikes in cities across Canada. Number 5. Turnover resets the clock. Here's the hidden part almost nobody talks about. Rent control applies to current tenants, not the unit itself. So if your neighbor moves out, the landlord can list that exact same apartment at whatever price the market will bear. That's why average rents climb so fast, even in provinces with rent control. It's not about tenants renewing. It's about constant turnover, giving landlords fresh opportunities to jack up the price. So here's the truth. Rent hikes in Canada aren't just about the yearly percentage your province sets. They're hidden in fees, exemptions, loopholes, and turnover. If you want more sharp breakdowns like this, subscribe. Because the more you understand the system, the harder it is for it to take advantage of you.